There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. So are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
22-yard line.
Set up. 60-yard. Exit. Exit. Set go.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. On second down, here's Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
At the Broncos' 49-yard line.
No. 258. 34, Mike 34. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Hey, check 26. 34 is the Mike. 34. Check in.
On first down, Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A huge play there for Denver. 46 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Locke working out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Touchdown, baby. Keep working.
Deshaun Hamilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Packers take over.
Let's go. Let's do this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
Liz. He's coming. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. He's coming.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check.
26-yard line.
Hey, Mike. Let's go. Hey, orbit. Mike 34.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
61, matchbox lights.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. A dump underneath to Jones. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. The throw taken in by Hamilton. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Get him, boy.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsay. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Take 4. 6 guys. Check 2.
This is Royce Freeman, 2nd-year man from Oregon. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Royce Freeman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Packers take over.
Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
A About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Looking deep for Adams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Get 300. Get 300. Mike 34. Scoop, scoop, scoop. I got you.
Rodgers to throw again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Locke. Complete to Bryant. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Let's go.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
18. Better bring it. You better bring it.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Theo Riddick, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to be going and force everything either.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Inside.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Back north. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. Oh, you got deep?
And again, it's Rodgers. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. (21-0) our score after 1.
Check
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely.
And Freeman lost the football. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Expired.
Lock to throw on second down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
60 Pittsburgh.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's
Right here.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Got it.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Strong left, strong left. Drop deep, drop deep.
Deep rip.
Throwing on first down is Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Scoop. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Easy.
Throwing on second down. Rodgers. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Rodgers now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it'll be first and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Mike, 34. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Here's Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to break.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Hey, take your socks out back to huddle. Socks out back to huddle.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Hey, go Mike 34. Mike 34.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Hey, 88.
34's the Mike. 34's the Mike.
From the gun, it's Rodgers.
That's what I do.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
I can't believe they even let you play.
The Mike.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
45's the mic.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
To throw on third down, Rodgers. It's complete to Grant. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Rodgers now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's first and 10. Rodgers again now. It's caught here by Adams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Zoom. Motion. 45.
Rodgers to throw once more. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Hey, check 26.
45's the mic.
Hey, Charlie.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Any day.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. Come on, D. Hey, Zoo.
45. Mike, 45. Let's go.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the target there. And that takes us from second to third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
I'm coming.
On third down, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Duke Dawson picks it. He's got daylight. The 40, the 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10.
300. Get 300.
34's the mic. 34's the mic.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, fellas.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And an alley to run. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 28-10. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They would punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
High 7. Ready?
Now on second and 16. Block. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Block now to throw. Airing it out for Hamilton. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Rodgers now on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I'm going to run you over. Tight dog, tight dog.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Jump out! Hey, switch. Get 300! Get 300!
To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Check 30.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory.
Keep playing hard.
It's a big play there for the Broncos. 49 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the